So I got all my welds grinded down. Cleaned up. This is my second test fit after trimming a little bit of metal off over in this section, a little bit up in here. I think it's a little bit extra that they put on when they're making it. Got that gap tightened up. That's still pretty darn good. Trunk lip, it's pretty much where it needs to be, but this is kicked in here. And I think the only way for me to get this section to kick out would be put a little slice up in here in this panel here. That way it can bend out a little bit, but it's pretty close. It just needs to come out a little further, kind of like, see how that one is, and then that one's kind of kicked back in there a little. We don't have to come out much, but the only way we're going to be able to do that, like I said, is to put a relief cut there where that piece will kick out a little bit, because you can pull on it all you want, it ain't coming out. Still good fit down in here all the way around. It lines up nicely. And then I adjusted the door a little bit and cut a couple relief places in here and here at the bends. Use my jack and a block and raise this up as tight as I can get it to the bottom, so it can't go no further up. It's done. But with a little bit of door adjustment, kicking the bottom out a little bit and drawing the top in, we're still pretty good down here on this gap. It can be repaired and straightened up later, but overall it's fitting pretty nice. I still have a little bit of a lip right there, which I think once I pull the quarter back off, I'll be able to trim the top of this inner. There's a piece of metal on the inner in here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Here. Well, but yeah, that little piece there, I think I could trim the top of that off, and then this will go down a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, it's getting there. It's gonna fit pretty nice. Other side is pretty much fit to where it needs to be. There's a few little adjustments I need to make on it, but I have to put some screws in, screw everything in place, put my trunk lid on here and test fit it. That'll probably be something I do tomorrow. So anyways, done for the day. Night night. So after going back through my videos, I know I didn't show you guys what all this looked like after wire brushing on the other side before I shot the primer and paint on it. But, or excuse me, before I put the rust encapsulator and all that good stuff on it. before I did anything. This is what I did, is I wire brushed it all as good as I could. There's places in here that, like way down in here, I can barely get to. So that's where you put the rust converter on, kind of spray it all on and let it soak and do its thing. It converts it before you put your encapsulator on. And I found that Por 15, it doesn't stick to bare metal that well. It'll do the rust, but not the metal. So what I do is the areas that are like heavy rust like that, surface rust, I'll just paint some of the Por 15 on it with a brush, but I won't paint the whole area with the brush. I'll put the epoxy primer or etch primer or something like that on it beforehand. Really, like I was saying, the Por 15 doesn't stick to bare metal very well. So I'll just like dab it on the areas that are heavy surface rust that I can't get to. I don't think it's really meant to paint the whole car with. I've seen a lot of people do that, and I'm sure they figured out afterwards that it doesn't stick to it very well, because that's what I did when I was doing the Duster. I had painted Por 15 a few places, and yeah, it started to peel off. But anyways, just wanted to show that because I didn't show the other side, what it looked like after grinding it and with the wire brush, getting it down to as much bare metal as possible. Anyways, that's kind of what I've been doing today. It's not too bad in here. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm in Kansas, so we had us a nice little snowstorm. I haven't dug this car out yet. I've wiped it off, but haven't dug it out yet. Wife's car has been dug out and cleaned off, but it's so deep out here. We're talking, these drifts right here are probably 2 foot deep. You can see on the sidewalk, it's up there pretty good. Winter wonderland. So I'm in here, 59 degrees on my little heater. I got the big one set where it cycles on every once in a while, but not too bad. It's not like cycling on all the time. So that's where I'm at, working on getting all that rust and crust off of that side so I can get it coated. And then I'll get the back of the, there it comes. Get the back of that coated. I do have it fitting a lot better. I'll probably have at least one more test fit. This was that area I was telling you about that I probably need to take a little slice out of that and hammer it down and then see if it fits, and if it fits good, then I'll tack it back together right there. But I got my holes drilled in that. Got all the welds that I done pretty much grinded down. I still got to coat them. The epoxy paint primer. Alrighty then. Check back with you later.